Hey, how's it going? Hope everyone's well who's watching, and got a few recommendations today. So been looking at my stuff in the collection, and just lately as well I've been doing a little bit of trimming of the collection, cutting back a bit, like not necessarily with the new releases that I want to pick up, just stuff I've had in the collection for ages that's like, not the best edition or film, some standard release stuff that I've picked up really cheap I've kind of got rid of. Not everything, of course, and I do keep standard releases, love my boutique label stuff, like an assortment of films in my collection. I'm trying to like curate a little bit, like as well, so I'm not ending up with too much stuff because, as you know, unless you live in a mansion or something, space is a big issue. So like, yeah, I have to consider that. So there's a lot of new editions coming out, especially like spooky season, September, October. Lots of stuff to pick up. Can't wait for like the Hitcher 4K and Trick or Treat on 4K. Should be getting the Stepfather next week. I've ordered it, paid for, so hopefully that'll arrive from the USA next week. The Scream Factory 4K that's coming out. More great stuff. I want all Hornsby R's. All the Hornsby R's volume 2 from Severin. I want to pick that up. So lots of stuff I want to add to the collection, and stuff I have missed out on I want to try and acquire as well. So being a bit picky with releases. So like yeah, might see a bit of a difference in the monthly hauls. There'll still be a bit of stuff, it's just I'm being a bit pickier, like as a case of, because over the years it's helped me so much, like collecting, and I've enjoyed it. It's helped me when I've needed it in tough times. I just used to collect so much. I'd pick up like everything, get loads of cheap standard release Blu-rays and things like that. And now I've just decided to have a little bit of a cutback, like just so I can curate a little bit better and have the movies in my collection that I want. And like just minimalize things slightly. Still got a huge collection, like 1,000 odd titles or so, but just need to like consider room, space, money, like everything. And yeah, just like so I sold a few bits to World of Books as well. Got rid of a few things, so just like, but anyway, I've been in the room a lot. Had a bit of a detour there on what I was saying, but yeah, so I'm just chilling in the room, and I thought, let's have a recommendations video, because I used to enjoy doing these. And I picked a few titles out. Sure, a lot of you will have heard of them. 5 titles, recommendations. It's a mix of Blu-ray disc and 4K UHD. And yeah, let's get to it, because I did ramble on a bit there. So I'm going to start with this one. It's the Vestron Video Collector's Series Edition Blu-ray. This Blu-ray is a Region A, but there was an Arrow release over here that you can still pick up on eBay and stuff like that, and it'll probably get a 4K eventually. So, but anyway, onto the actual film itself. I picked David Cronenberg's Shivers. I think, is it his first film? I'm pretty sure it's his first movie, that or Rabid or something. This probably is his first movie, his first like full-length feature. I know he's got his shorts that he did, because I have the Arrow release of that, the David Cronenberg the future shorts, but I haven't got around to watching it. I need to watch it. But Shivers is fantastic. You got these people being infected with these little slugs, and they're turning into these zombie-like cretins and just trying to attack the people. And you got to defend yourself from these these basically like little slugs that are like infiltrating people's bodies and stuff. Crazy film. It's set in an apartment block. Really good. It's from 1975, so quite an early one. As I said, I think it's his first film. There's a look on the back. This is a nice edition. I picked this up a few years ago. It wasn't even expensive even to import it. It's a Region A though, because we haven't got the Vestron release done over here. I know sometimes, like with Candyman 3, they released in USA, and then they also released over here as well on the Vestron line. But yeah, Shivers. It's got a nice shiny slip, but I'm not really talking about the edition. It's more to the film. So, if you haven't seen Shivers or you want to rewatch it or something, yeah, it's a damn good one. I'm definitely going to have a David Cronenberg session at some point. So another one I've picked out is a creature feature. Well, I would call it so. And that's The Prophecy. And I think it's a 1970... What year was it? After 79. 102 minutes, so not too long. Directed by John Frankenheimer. Not familiar with him. Might have seen some of his films, but I'm not too familiar. Yeah, and it's basically about this mutated bear, on the prowl. They've got to try and defend the community from it, like the area and stuff, like, or the communities outside of the forest where it dwells. And you've got this mutated, rabid, crazy bear, as you can see on the cover. I thought this was fun. Watched it only once. Watched it a few years ago, but I'm ready for a rewatch, and I really wanted to stick it in this recommendations video. So that's The Prophecy. 4K here, and it is Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Now, this is a good 4K, you know, for how old the film is and sort of like the source material that would have been used and what they, you know, I think they did this was an okay transfer. It's from a label I'm not too familiar with, like VCI or something, MVD Visual. It's American release, but region free because it's a 4K, so that's cool. It's got this new slip cover on and that, and then of course you got that artwork under there, which looks really good. Bit of a glare, sorry about that. Okay, hopefully I can get the slip back on. Yeah, I can. Little look at the back. Yeah, MVD Visual or something, but yeah, it's sort of a PG horror. There's not that much violence and gore in it, but it's very creepy and the atmosphere's great. You know, this gang of like sort of, I think it's film students, you know, friends, like go to a island off of the city where they live, you know, this sort of secluded island, this little island, and basically they're fooling around and stuff, and a lot of like, you know, being dramatic, like practicing their acting and their theatre, and yeah, they basically are doing a scene and they summon the dead, and they've got to defend the house. And really good film, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Had a UK release recently, so you can pick up the 101 Films Blu-ray, but I think it's a great film. You can get it on digital as well. Really like this one, and it's from the director of Black Christmas, Bob Clark, the Canadian director. He's done some great films. You know, I also like Death Dream. It's another good one. Yeah, well worth a look. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Okay, just on to the final two now. I picked out Mikael Sovi's Stage Fright, also known as Aquarius. Yeah, really good slasher movie. Set on a stage, you know, in this sort of empty theatre where this group of actors are practicing for their show, and people start getting murdered, and like the killer's amazing. He wears like a full owl costume, and the mask that he wears, or the headpiece, is an owl's face. So he wears this huge owl's face and goes around killing people. And it's just pretty damn good slasher. Really like Mikael Sovi's stuff anyway. I've come round on it a bit. I wasn't keen on stuff like The Church a long time ago, but when I got that Severin 4K recently, and sat down and watched the film again, and it's in the best possible, you know, quality and clarity, I come round on it, and I'm really starting to appreciate Mikael Sovi a bit more. Like, I always liked Cemetery Man, and thought The Sect was all right, and now I really like The Sect as well. That's another one I picked the 4K up and completely come round. But yeah, really starting to appreciate Mikael Sovi, and Stage Fright is great. I don't know if it's got a picture of the owl on the back. Maybe I could slip it in on the video. I'll see about that. But yeah, good film there. Good slasher movie. And finally, one that most people will know, this is like, you know, a gory classic. It's from New Zealand, and this is Brain Dead, also known as Dead Alive. So Dead Alive, Brain Dead, whatever you want to call it. Brilliant gory movie. Some crazy stuff in this one. Crazy stuff going down. The gore's fantastic. I'll do a quick look at the back. There you go. Don't want to show too much, but like, yeah, it's such a good film. It's so much fun. And I think I've seen it a couple of times, but I rate it very highly just because of how fun the splatter effects are and stuff. It's one of Peter Jackson's earlier films. I do need to get to watching Bad Taste. I've never seen that one. This needs a great release though. This is actually a Spanish bootleg that looks very, you know, very real. They do these bootlegs, the Spanish, so well, and sell them on eBay like you wouldn't know. Like, I know it's a bootleg because I can tell, because it has no studio on the you know, on the specs and the back. But they do them amazingly. There's also a good Fright Night Part 2 Spanish edition out there, Blu-ray. I've got that as well, which is a good transfer, and probably the best I was going to get for like under £15. Didn't pay much for this one as well, Dead Alive, Brain Dead. You know, got it for brand new for like £15. Looks, you know, it looks official. Like, it's that good, and the picture quality is great and stuff. Some crazy scenes in this, especially when the old woman turns into the big monster and is on the roof at the climax of the film. Whew, I love the special effects in this. This is what that's the main thing this film has going for it. The comedy's okay, like some of the humour and stuff in the comedy. It doesn't always land for me, but the storyline as a whole is quite good, like the sort of love story and things, and just the house where it's set's great, and there's a big party that goes on, and lots of gory, you know, mutations, and just great splatter effects. Yeah, Dead Alive, absolutely awesome. There's the 5 recommendations anyway for this little recommendations video, and yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, have a great one, and I'll see you on the next.